Hello everyone, my name is Samir Sharma. Today we're going to be going over Professor Robert Solis's CS232 Programming Concepts and Methodology 2 exam number 6, and this is going to be our final exam for the semester. What we had to do was go ahead and check the Project Euler website, and there's a bunch of different problems, but Professor Robert Solis had asked us to pick a problem after problem 50, so 51 and higher. The problem I chose was number 57. Basically, we have to figure out. So when we look at the square root of 2, it can be equal to 1 plus 1 over 1 over 2 plus 1 over 8. There's like a whole, there's like an infinite loop, like a limit almost, where you can calculate the square root of 2 to equal that. And so what I'm going to do is create this code that kind of gives you this list of like it's a whole sequence, and we have to go ahead and see how many of those fractions that we create for the sequence contain a numerator that has more digits than the denominator. So what I did was, like Professor Robert Solis has showed us in our previous lectures, the best way to kind of organize it is have our libraries, declarations, and then kind of explain what's going down after that. So let's go ahead and start from here. Basically, these are going to be the libraries that I included. Now, Professor Robert Solis had asked us to put these 5 little stars to kind of separate certain comments from each other. Unlike the way he did it, where he put those to be the main points, because we're only doing it right here, I decided to go ahead and just put it at the put the 5 stars at the as the subpoints, because I have integers here that I declared, then I have the functions. So then after I have those, I went ahead and this is going to be storing the next numerator in the sequence, the set. And then I have the next denominator in the set, and then it's going to count the digits to see which fractions have more digits on top than on bottom numerator than on denominator. And then it executes the rules to kind of show you, like, hey, how do I keep going 1 over 2, like to actually form that sequence essentially. And then on the bottom, this just displays the user, like, hey, this is the amount of fractions that contain a numerator with more digits than the denominator are this, and then amount would be how many there are for the first 1,000 iterations. So yeah, and then over here it just kind of says task is good, and we end up closing it. So let me go ahead and show you. If when it runs, the amount of fractions that contains a number with more digits than the denominator are 153. If you go ahead and search that up, that is correct. And that is all for today. Actually, before, I wanted to go ahead and share that the data structure that I use is going to be the array type, and I used a few of them here. And then what was easy for me was kind of getting the organization. What was kind of hard was kind of setting up the functions, making sure they worked. I kind of had some trouble here and there. I had to look up some resources, and yeah, certain videos, certain Google searches and websites kind of helped me out, and finally I was able to get to the code. That's all for today. Thank you for listening. Have a great one.